Okay, excuse me. So we're going to start looking at materials uh, for um, materials for what we're working on here. The chair. So uh, one of the things here, working with the hyper shade that I like to do, I will close out the outliner, and I'm going to change my view here. This is going to be another new thing. If you look here on the left, we had, remember this button for the outliner. We got this button here towards kind of the top of this little list. It says panel layout. So this is for the singular view. Underneath it, if I click it, is the four-way view. And then underneath that, there's a two viewport view. This works. If I were to go here to where it says panels, I can go down to perspective and perspective. I'll change that. Here you can see they're both now perspective. And if I zoom in and out, they will both do it at the same time. The next one over here, I go to panels, and then I'm going to change this to hypergraph panel, hypergraph hierarchy. No, sorry. Panels, panel, and hypershade, not hypergraph. Excuse me. Okay, I can, if I hold over this middle portion here, I have these two arrows that I can slide in. I also do that here. And I can get a good look at my materials and what I'm doing. And then we can also see here on the left-hand side our chair. Okay, so at this point, what I want to do is I want to search in this box where it says here create, and there's this box. This is a search box, and I will click AI stand, and I get three options: AI stand hair, AI standard surface, AI standard volume. I will click AI standard surface, and we can see here that in this where it says entitled here, it's added this material. I can click here, and we see that it has all kinds of things: base, base color, blah, blah, blah. So right here on the right, we also see it. And let's see, I'm going to close out this channel box. I just clicked channel box to close it out, so I get a little bit more room. And here we can see what we have. I have here where it says base, weight, color. I want to change my color. If I click this up and down, this slider, we can see the color at least change here. I'll double click here in the color box, and this color window opens. I'm going to go ahead and put this on red and click done. So now that's selected. I want to click and drag, middle mouse button, click and drag. So right here where the AI centered surface is, if I click my middle mouse button, the scroll wheel, you see that all of a sudden my cursor has a plus next to it. That indicates it says add. So I'm just clicking, and then I'm going to drag from here over the object. There we go. I've clicked and dragged to it. I can do that again. I can click on the actual AI standard surface with my middle mouse button, turns plus, and I'll click and drag here to the seat cushion. And there we see it. Okay, we see that we've changed it. We've added material to it. We've added a red material to it. So I'm going to go ahead and where it says here AI standard surface, I'm going to click here. We've added this new material, and this new material I'm going to call red. I'll just call it red vinyl. Okay, so there I've added that, and I've named it so I know what it is. I'm going to go back over my work area and scroll out a little bit. I'm holding Alt to pan down a little bit, and I'm going to click AI standard surface again. This is going to add another material. And this material, I want to be a metallic color. So I'm going to go ahead and click and drag with my middle mouse button right here to the base here. You see that it's changed it to kind of a gray. And now if I change where it says color here, this slider, you can see like I'm changing it to black. If I go down, and you can see it change in the viewport as I move that. So I'm going to double click this color and I'm going to make it I'm going to make it kind of a yellow orangish. I'm going to click done. We can see it's changed there in screen. And then there's this part underneath that says metalness. If I turn this up, you can see some changes here. Let's see if this opens up a bit. You can see where it represents here the material. You see when I turn metalness up, you can see that it becomes more reflective. You're seeing a mirror image in it. And when I look on screen, we can see that the more metalness that I give it, the more darker it'll get. What does that mean? Why is that like that? Let's take a look. I want to see what this looks like. If I go up here into Renderer in the top of the viewport, I'll click Renderer. It's set now to Viewport 2.0. I can click here and that'll put it on Arnold. This thing opens the Arnold viewport. Yours, I think, should show up on screen here. I'm going to go ahead and click the play button here. And you see what happens. It turns it black. Why to do that? I can't see anything now. That's because we don't have a light. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go up here to Arnold. And I'm going to go to Lights, Sky Dome Light. And now a Sky Dome light has been created. We can see a material for it. And we can see what this looks like. And we can see that our red vinyl has some reflectivity to it, as well as the brass kind of orangish, goldish that we've created here. I can even click here where it says, I'll just close this area. Okay, here's my material, and I'm going to go ahead and double click here at the top of it where it says AI Centered Surface 2, and I'm going to call it something like brass. B-R-A-S-S, enter. Okay. I don't know if I want that here for this other area. Let's say I'm going to create another one. So I'll click AI Centered Surface. I'm holding Alt to pan down. And let's see for my color, I'll make this like a black. And then I'm going to turn up where it says, you can see it here. It's kind of shiny. It's kind of matte. There's a part here that says where it says specular. And then it says roughness 2. If I turn that down, it'll be like rougher. If I turn that way, if I turn it this way, it'll get more matte, my roughness, the more I turn it up. The more I turn it down, it'll be more kind of shiny. But I like it right here at 0.134 is 5 or 0.2. And I'm going to go ahead and put that for, I want to make that for tires, the wheels, or the rollers. They will be a black plastic. And then I'm going to call this material black plastic. Oops, what happened here? What is up? Why did this close? Brass, red vinyl. Did I click delete? I think I did. So here we are. I have it selected, and I will call this black plastic. Enter. Okay. Here I have brass. I'm going to go ahead and drag that here. You know, if you want, you can make this a more silvery, grayish, metal, chrome look to it. It doesn't have to be gold. I'm just doing it so that you can see the color of it. And so I got this render that's here in screen in the viewport, and that's nice. It comes out pretty good. I can also render it out like this. I can go here to where the render view is, right up here at the top. Looks like a clapboard with an eye on it. I'll go ahead and click that. And I'm going to go ahead and click render, which is this clapboard here. Yours might be different, specifically if you're looking at if you're using Maya 2023, yours will probably look more like this one, where it has a play button there, and you'll have to push that. And then you could just go to File. Let's see, I want to save my final image. And I'm going to specify where to save it. So let's see, File, Save Image. And I want to call this chair underscore materials. Save. And I'll save my chair. Okay, so that's it for our materials lesson.